Matcher is a barcode-based electronic witnessing, labelling, scheduling and traceability system created for IVF clinics and donor banks to help prevent mistakes through misidentification of patients and their gametes and embryos. Matcher is a highly configurable software system which uses digital photo images to read barcoded labels, giving a complete photographic history of the whole patient cycle. The system uses Pocket Matcher handheld devices throughout the clinic and benchtop Matcher readers within the laboratory to capture and read the barcodes. The readers are simply fitted into any type of clinic environment with no equipment modifications, and the Matcher database can be integrated with all patient management systems, which results in a quick and easy installation. However, Matcher is more than just electronic witnessing. It also covers many other features that can be used to enhance the clinic's total quality management, making workflow scheduling, traceability, compliance and reporting much easier to manage. When a patient embarks on their IVF journey at a clinic, they are registered into the Matcher system by importing their details automatically from any existing clinic patient management system. This means that patient information does not have to be entered twice, saving time and removing any risk of transcription error. At this stage, a photograph is usually taken, and this is used on either the printed photo ID card or on the electronic ID pass, both of which also feature their unique barcode. They keep this throughout their treatment, so their identity can be checked on each visit, giving the patients the peace of mind that they are being correctly matched to their gametes and embryos at every stage of the IVF process. A biometric fingerprint can also be added to the patient record and can be used for ID checks in the same way. The Matcher system has label sheets for cryo use, non-cryo use, and pre-genetic testing, or PGT, all of which have been tested for safety, including mouse embryo assay testing. The labels are simply printed on a LaserJet printer with just one click. Each label sheet provides more than enough labels for every type of labware required during the whole cycle of treatment, from initial registration through to PGT, cryostorage, and embryo transfer. Every barcode on every item is also uniquely identifiable for unrivaled traceability down to the gamete and embryo level, enabling witnessing and tracking of individual embryo biopsies during the whole PGT process, as well as individual cryopreserved items. So there's no need to handwrite on any labware again, saving time and reducing the possibility of misreading the information as the barcoded labels are photographed and matched by the software. The Matcher 5 software has been developed on a new platform to enable a host of additional functionality, making your work simpler, easier, and faster. This includes easy login by scanning a staff ID card or user fingerprint, as well as a fully translatable, streamlined new interface with drag and drop capability. The Workflow Scheduler is a new feature which displays a real-time overview of patient workflow scheduling with traffic light coding for task status, as well as expanding views of patient details and progress bars showing tasks pending or completed. It's also possible to display this on a big screen for all staff to have a clear view of the daily workflow progress. The layout is configurable by the clinic, and an alerts module clearly shows any mismatches, as well as lot expiry and consent expiry alerts, all clearly visible for review. So once you've printed the labels, procedures can be witnessed with either Pocket Matcher or benchtop Matcher. In the lab, the benchtop Matcher reader is placed in each work area where a transfer of gametes or embryos takes place. minimal time is spent witnessing using our uniquely designed readers that react to the barcodes proactively as you work. The ergonomic readers can be placed in a variety of mounting positions for efficient witnessing in any location, including under the microscope, and they're capable of photographing multiple dishes and tubes and identifying each one uniquely. The readers are also especially ideal where space is limited, such as small cabinets and isoleps. Witnessing procedures on either the benchtop device or with the Pocket Matcher is a simple process. The first step requires the user to log in with a Staff ID card scan or a fingerprint, which records who is carrying out the witnessing step. The user can then select the patient with a quick and simple dish scan, which is verified by displaying the photograph of the patient and their partner. This is the first visual confirmation that you've selected the correct patient. Using pre-configured process mapping, Matcher recognises where in the cycle of treatment we are with a selected patient and will advise us on what is the next expected procedure. Once you're happy to proceed with the witnessing step, the reader will begin scanning the work area until the correct number of barcodes for that specific procedure have been captured. In cases of additional dishes, tubes or straws, the user is able to increment the number of scanned items until the procedure is complete, confirming that all the barcodes are a correct match, giving the user the confidence to proceed with the transfer. In the event of a mismatch between the dishes, or if the wrong patient has been selected, a clear audio-visual alarm will be triggered telling the user to stop. After providing a reason for the mistake, you now have the opportunity to correct that mistake by selecting the right dish and retry the procedure so that a match is confirmed before transferring the material. If the no match is not corrected, an icon will appear on the patient scheduler alerting other users that a no match event remains unresolved. The paperless cycle history report, now permanently stored in the patient record, provides time-stamped photographic proof of who, what, where and when, who is the patient, who carried out the procedure, what was the procedure, where was the procedure performed, and when it was done. Because Matcher seamlessly witnesses each procedure at every stage of the patient's cycle of treatment, it can completely negate the need for a human witness, eradicating the risk of human error, reducing staff disruption, and saving time because a second person is never required. During the implementation of Matcher, our support team will work closely with you to configure Matcher to reflect your clinic's standard operating procedures. This is enhanced with easy linking of process maps using the simple drag and drop feature. Matcher also includes lot tracking functionality, providing an automatic, paperless audit trail of all labware, media and consumables coming into contact with gametes or embryos throughout each cycle. This provides clinics with an effective and automatic way of managing traceability of all products, together with a means of demonstrating compliance in this area. Products entering the clinic's inventory can be conveniently scanned into stock using the Matcher readers. When a new lot is opened for use in the clinic, you simply log into the system using your username and password, recording who's opened the new batch of product. And within the lot tracking option, you can select from the customized list of all of the different categories of products. The product is selected from this list, and a new lot can be opened by scanning the manufacturer's existing barcode, including GS1 barcodes, with the Pocket Matcher, which also takes a photograph of the product and records the lot number automatically. If there's a product recall, or if you need to quickly trace all of the patients coming into contact with a particular consumable, then that can very easily be retrieved at the click of a button. Matcher system provides an end-to-end solution for witnessing every step of the patient journey, including movements into and out of cryo vessels and management of cryo stores. With Matcher cryo label sheets, each cryo item can include a large amount of information in a very small area, even on straws, PCR tubes, ampules and vials. This customizable text could include the date of freeze, the tissue establishment number, the stage of development, the straw number, as well as the patient's name and date of birth. Because every item in the freeze batch is uniquely barcoded, it's possible to witness down to the embryo level with Matcher. At the point of preparing a new freeze, customizable fields can be selected in Matcher relating to the information you wish to record against that freeze, and also the information you wish to appear on each label. This can include the type of embryo or gamete, the reason for storage, consent periods, and all other relevant information. Details specific to each individual item can also be selected, such as the stage of development, the number of embryos contained in the straw, and any colour coding, for example. This information can be edited at any time to reflect any changes or to deselect items, for instance where embryos are preferentially selected following pregenetic screening or time-lapse. Once confirmed, the cryo labels can be printed, ensuring every individual label matches exactly the items contained in the batch for cryopreservation or vitrification. Once in cryostorage, all movements of straws, amps and vitrification devices can then be easily tracked and traced to the point where items are removed either for use in the clinic, relocation or disposal. This includes reporting all movements into and out of cryostorage. A comprehensive report displaying the locations of all cryopreserved material in selected vessels and for specific patients is also a very useful tool for auditing purposes. As part of the reporting suite, there is an alerts workspace displaying no match, consent and product expiry information, as well as the reports module itself. You have seen how Matcher records witnessing steps, product lots and cryo movements, and all of that information is recorded in the database and can be retrieved very quickly and easily at the click of a button using the reporting functionality of the system. There are many different reports built into the system to give to patients, for day-to-day management, for administration, and for internal and external auditing purposes. All of these reports help to provide complete traceability and quality management for all events that have taken place within the clinic. As part of the implementation of the Matcher system, a full suite of training and web-based tools are provided, as well as a 24/7 telephone support line in case of any questions. The Matcher fees are charged on a per-patient cycle basis with no capital cost required, and all installation, equipment, training, service and support can be included. Clinics using the Matcher system work with confidence, knowing that they have protected their staff and their patients from the risk of mistakes, that the technology is safe, and that they have a system that helps streamline their working practices, saving time and money.